So what's up, everyone? It is your girl Beauty87 here, aka Grace. We're gonna get into part 2 of my favorite drugstore products. Remember I told you I was just gonna do the complexion stuff in the first video, and then I'd come back and do the blush, bronze, and the highlighter. So today is the day. It was snowing the day that I did the foundation and concealer video, which is why y'all just getting this film today. This is Friday night. I'm filming it before I film the McGrath video, so y'all know that's gonna come up Saturday. And then what is it, I'm assuming this will come up with the other one maybe in the same week. I gotta figure out how I'm gonna do it because I haven't even edited that video yet. If you're curious what's on my eyes right now, I combined 2 Melt palettes because I did the top 10 favorite palettes from Melt Cosmetics. So I feel like with the colors you should be able to tell what's going on here, but you know, like, I'll just let you marinate and guess on it for a little while we start this other video. So y'all know it takes me forever to talk about stuff and do everything, so I was like, let me not hold it up any further. I'm trying to separate the bronzers and the blushes and the highlighters. So of course y'all know this is what we got to do. And I got some lip products too, because y'all know the drugstore does lip products really well. It is one of their like strong suits. I don't have that many blushes or bronzers. I feel like I have a lot of highlighters though. Yeah, I feel like I have a lot of highlighters and a lot of lip products, because I feel like those are things that the drugstore does pretty well. One of these brands, I don't know if you consider it drugstore or not, but I'm putting it in the drugstore category because of its price point and the fact that it has left the store originally started off at, and it's actually quite amazing formula, which I was shocked about because I didn't expect it to be good, not to be bogus. Like, I feel like it was one of those tacked on, we're gonna add our name to it and like sell it type things. I didn't think it was gonna be like a product that was worth anything or worth any of my time, but it turned out to be a pleasant surprise, which I'm glad about, because I hate buying stuff like that and having that expectation, but I love when it turns around and it ends up not being what I thought it was. So now let's finally get into all the stuff I'm supposed to be talking about instead of me just rambling on. So I'll start off with the cream blushes, because they're the brand I was talking about that I'm considering it a drugstore affordable product. This are the Item Beauty blush and light cream blushes. I think it's, what is it, Item Beauty by, I think her name is supposed to be Addison Rae. I don't know if I've heard here she's a TikToker. If y'all haven't realized, I don't really mess with TikTok like that, so I don't know who this person is. I think the formula on these blushes is really nice though. I have the shade I'm Crushing and Admit It. You can't even get these on Sephora's website anymore, so I don't know if she's going to target like what's his name, the Hyram dude that's supposed to be with the skincare. But if they are, I will definitely grab some more, and if she has some more stuff, I'll try it out. I still have yet to try out her concealer that I bought, so that's why I didn't get to put it in the affordable video, because I don't know if it actually is good or not. But I can tell you these blushes are amazing. I know Morgan Turner really likes them. She was talking about them. I had seen them and I was like, it was interesting to me, especially for the price point, because I ended up getting them at an extra 20% off during the sale. Even though it ended up being the same price that they had on sale for originally, they just pumped the price up to get the same price, pretend like they're giving you a deal. But be that as it may, for $7, considering how much makeup normally is, it was fine. And the formula on these is really nice. So let me actually be a good YouTuber and give you a swatch. They feel like a cream to powder forming when you swatch them, so it's like you really don't have to put a powder on top of them. I do though, because I have oily combination skin, and we're not chancing it. Aside from the fact that I feel like the pigmentation of it is lacking, and I'm a person who likes a little bit more of a pigmented blush, so I'll always put like a matte blush on top. But this is the berry shade, is the one called Admitted, so this is Admitted, and then this is what I'm Crushing. These are really nice. I actually just left them here just to put in this video, and now I can take them back home because I am done showcasing in this video, which I'm excited about, because it's very few cream formulas I really like. I like the Rare Beauty liquid ones. I like these. I'm trying to get into the LYS ones. I haven't used them that much, even though I bought that set during the holiday. I think I've only used like maybe 2 times, and I think both times I used it was on camera, so I need to take some of those home and try them out some more. I haven't done that yet because I tried to leave that one here for video purposes, but a lot of the time, like when I leave stuff for video purposes, I don't really use it that much because I'm always trying something new when I'm here, so I need to be better at, you know, leaving them at home. The next one I have, now I don't know if they make these blushes anymore, so just keep that in mind. But y'all know Essence blushes. I love Essence blushes. These are the 2 matte ones they had, and then they had satin mattes. Now they're on like the baked formula. I am gonna buy them next week. They had sold out of a shade I wanted, so I'm hoping it comes back, and then I can just go ahead and get both of them at the same time. But I'm more concerned about buying the perfumes now, because they have I think 3 times the points on perfumes, and they have 5 times the point on the Billie Eilish. So I'm more concerned about getting those, not to be bogus, because y'all know I love me some perfumes as well right now. But I always get the peachy corally shade or the berry shade. So this is, I'm pretty sure this is the berry shade. Yeah, this is Berry Me Up. and this one is Peach Me Up. So I always get the peach and berry shades that they have. So I would put like this shade or this shade on top of those two shades I showed you from UOMA Beauty, just to be able to set them and give me a little bit more pigmentation. Or another brand I'm going to show you in a second. And then I have Satin Coral and Satin Love. Again, I have the berry and the corally peachy looking shades. So those are the shades I have a tendency to reach for. I have been doing pinks lately though, which I'm kind of branching out and trying with, and I've been liking them just fine. But this is what they look like. Again, this is the Satin Love shade, which is supposed to be more of the berry tone shade. As you can see, it's not doing much for some of my skin tone, but on top of the cream it's fine, and the form on this is really nice. It actually looks deeper when you build it up than it does in this pan, because I know this pan is looking like, girl, you out here trying it, but you know, it actually works pretty well. And this is Satin Coral. Again, I'm pretty sure they don't make these anymore. They might still have the matte ones on their website, don't quote me, but I just like the brush formulas that they usually come out with, so I figured I'd go ahead and show it, even though you can't get them anymore, which is horrible because they're awesome. The next blushes I have to talk about are my e.l.f. primer infused blushes. So the one I use the most is, of course, this one right here, Always Spicy. I heard about this one from Andrea Renee. She was talking about how nice it was, and I was like, this is the perfect blush for when I don't know what blush to put on. Like, if I'm not sure what color blush to put on, I like to put a color like this on because it matches my skin tone pretty nicely, but you can still tell I'm wearing blush. It's more like a blush bronzer like combination situation, from in my personal opinion. Now, I wouldn't say buy this just to do that technique with, but in my opinion, that's how I feel like it works on my skin tone. This is my favorite shade that I use the most. The other one, this one has a shimmery overspray to it. This is Always Lucky. This is one of the shimmery blushes, but it just, like I said, it has a shimmery overlay to it. I feel like after you dig into it a little while, the shimmer goes away. And then I had the shade Always Spicy, another great color. These do last all day. They do feel like, I feel like a primer infused blush should, because with the primer in it should help the color last longer. This is a really nice shade too. If you were looking for a more orangey blush tone for some of my skin tone, I would definitely say get Always Spicy. So Always Fiery. So Always Fiery and Always Spicy are my favorite ones, but I do like Always Lucky as well if you like a little bit more of a shimmer to it. Now the shimmer is probably not going to last that long, so that's why I mainly use these two. I don't really reach for this one that often, but they do have a good formula. They have nice colors. I wish they would get more colors for people my skin tone, because I think the new ones they made were for lighter skin tones. They didn't make too many more for people my skin tone, so that's my only thing. Like, make some more deeper tone ones that work better for people my skin tone when we making these decisions. Okay, thank you. Next, I have, of course, y'all know I was going to have the ColourPop blushes. So I have Love Me Not, and then I have Text Me. So these are the two I use the most when it comes to these. I have a berry tone one in the bathroom, and this one actually opens up pretty easily, which I was shocked about. But this, again, is another one of those shades like Always Spicy. When I don't know what blush shade to put on, I can put this on. And I feel like this is somewhat similar to Always Spicy. Not exact, but it's close enough. Matter of fact, maybe I should swatch them so you can see what type of shade I like to use. And I'm not sure which shade to use because I feel like it gives more of a neutral-ish type feel to it. So I'm swatching Always Spicy first, and then we will use Love Me Not from ColourPop. But I feel like both of them look somewhat similar on the face. The ColourPop one I feel like gives a little bit more of a reddish undertone to it, but I still feel like it's somewhat neutral for some of my skin tone. So this is Always Spicy, and this is the Love Me Not shade. So these are the type of shades I like to use, these two right here, when I'm not sure which shade I want to use based upon what eye look I have one on. So basically when the eye look is colorful and crazy, and I feel like not necessarily a pink will go, and not necessarily a berry will go, and not even necessarily a coral will go. These are the type of shades that I personally reach for. That's just the personal ones I like. And then I have the shade Text Me. Now the Text Me one I think is the one that's a little bit harder to open up. Oh, it opened up pretty easily. Okay. And this is a gorgeous, like, deeper pink. I feel like this is the perfect type of pink for some of my skin tones. So it's more of a, like, I guess a raspberry-ish feel to it. And I feel like it's great for someone my skin tone. So I would definitely recommend, if you're my skin tone, to try out a blush just like this color if you're scared of pink. Because I feel like it's not like a bright, crazy pink. Like, you know, you might be afraid to try it on your skin tone. I feel like, y'all, it's already hard pan. I haven't had that long, okay? Let me get on the side that isn't hard pan, I guess. I don't know if I want to recommend this just because it's hard panning and I haven't even used it that often. But I do think it's a nice color. And I'm pretty sure I can get rid of the hard pan. So, But yeah, so this is what it looks like right here. That's the shade Text Me that I just told y'all about. I'm trying to figure out how you got hard pan because I rarely, if ever, use these. So it's like, what did you hard pan from? Or you just hard pan to get attention? Because it's like, I don't use you, so what is the problem? try to scratch it to see if I can get a more pigmented swatch for you. Yeah, that looks a whole lot better. Okay, so this is the shade right here. So I feel like if you're someone my skin tone who's scared of using pink blush, I feel like this one be a good one for you, because as you can see, it's on the deeper side, so it's not gonna be one of those light ashy ones that makes you look like a clown and crazy, but it's going to still say pink without yelling pink really loudly and make you look ashy and crazy. So that's the color I prefer. Now let's get into these bronzers. I don't have that many. I have a couple of cream ones, and then I have a couple of powder ones. So this is more of a contour in my personal opinion. So I use it as a contour. So I guess I have a contour, a cream contour, a cream bronzer, and then two like powder bronzers. But yeah, this is the Milani liquid contour, conceal and perfect. I have the shade number 3 toffee. I feel like this is a great product to use. Like when I want to have a contourish look, I'll use this cream product, and then I'll go over it with like a powder that looks like a contour type bronzer mix, and it's leaning more towards the coolish grayish side, because y'all know contour is used like on the cooler grayish side. So I just use a powder that matches the coloring that goes with this, and I feel like it looks exceptional. Like I love to use this, believe it or not, with the Westman Atelier powder. I know, right? That's crazy. I knew it was a cream bronzer I forgot to bring. I forgot to bring the LYS cream bronzer stick. I definitely want to include that in here, but I forgot to bring it. I don't know why. I guess it's because LYS is a Sephora. I don't think of them as affordable. But I bought their powder bronzer with me, and it's only $3 more, if I remember correctly, than the one that they sell from L'Oreal. So I don't know what I was thinking, y'all, but definitely check out the LYS cream bronzer stick as well. I think that's amazing. I will be testing their lipsticks for you. Just give me a minute. I'm waiting for the lip liners to show up at Ulta. I mean, at Sephora. I didn't see them at Sephora, oddly enough, so I was confused, because I'm like, they both dropped the same day, right? So where are the lip liners? But I don't know. I'm trying to wait and see on that, so that's why you haven't seen the video on it yet. Anyway, let's start talking about this. Just is a perfect contour for me from the drugstore, and I like the fact that it's way I feel like it looks better than the Charlotte Tilbury one. Now I'm not saying this is a dupe for the Charlotte Tilbury. I feel like it's a good alternative, because I feel like the Charlotte Tilbury contour one doesn't really look like a contour to me. To me it looks more like a bronzer contour mix, whereas to me this looks like a true contour color. So if you want a true contour color, I would definitely say go ahead and grab the Milani one. And this one I think is only $10.99. Again, I wear the shade 3 toffee, so that's the one I prefer. Now I have the Soul Body of Face and Body Bronzing Balm. I have the shade dark. Oh my god, y'all, I love this stuff. Like I remember when this first came out, when this and the the one from Nars came out, I was using the crap out of this. Like look at the dip in this. I don't usually have dips in drugstore or affordable products, but like look at the dip in that. Like you could tell I was using this, honey. I was not playing. I loved this thing a lot. I haven't used it in a little while just because I have so many cream contours to look at, and a lot of the time when I'm trying to film videos, I'm trying to get my makeup on and done as quick as possible so I can, you know, like get into the eye look, because a lot of times y'all know I do a whole bunch of eye looks, but sometimes it's like I'm testing these face products too. Like y'all know this month I've been testing lots of face products, so I'm gonna wipe these stuff on my hands and try to look it up and like my fingers being pink. Plus if I swatch anything else, I want to be able to like swatch it for you, so hopefully. Okay, but yeah, so I'm like but before all that was happening, before I had very few cream products, girl, I was using it up. I should have used it today, but I used what was in the bathroom already, because you know it was already in the bathroom. So I had the Fenty cream bronzer in the bathroom, so I just went ahead and put that on. But I do love this one from ColourPop, and I still love it. I still plan on using it some more. I just have to find time to be able to use it more. Sorry, y'all, brushes were rolling underneath my butt, so that's why I was distracted. But yeah, so on to the powder ones now. So those are the two cream ones I have to talk about that are affordable, or drugstore, if you will. Next, I have the L'Oreal Infallible Soft Matte Bronzer. I have the shade 500 Dark. I think there's a shade after this one called Deep. Now this is expensive to me for the drugstore personally. This bronzer costs $15.99, but as you can see, I've made quite the dip in it. If you can't tell, like, girl, this is a nice little dip in it, honey. I'm like, yes, look at it. I think it is gorgeous. It's very similar to the Jaclyn Hill bronzer, so if you don't want to pay Jaclyn Hill the high price for her bronzer, I feel like you could just go ahead and buy this one and you get the same look and the same effect. I actually put it in an underrated versus overrated, so it's like if you don't want to pay Jaclyn Hill $32, this one is only $16, so you can buy two of this one at CVS for the same price at where is it, Ulta, for the same price that you can buy hers at, and you only get one. Now I don't remember the gram differences between them, so don't quote me. I know this one says it's 0.31 ounces or 9 grams. I don't remember how many is in Jacqueline's. I think it was like less in Jacqueline's than it was in this one. It was just the big bulky packaging that made it look like a lot. But it's like, if you can get 2 of these for the price of one of those, I would recommend you get this one, especially since they're the exact same formula, in my personal opinion. So you don't need to rush out and get her $32. Okay, the next one I have is the LYS Beauty No Limits Matte Bronzer. I wear the shade Strengths. I wear the shade Strength in the cream bronze as well. I don't know, again, why I didn't grab that one when I was grabbing for this one, but this is, I guess it's because this is the one they started out with first. This is one I automatically think of to grab, but yeah, I love this bronzer. This is one of my favorite black owned brand bronzers, alongside the Prime Beauty one, and I like the Juvia's Place one as well. But yeah, this one is really nice. I should have brought that one too. I don't know what I was thinking, y'all. Sorry, I meant to bring the Juvia's Place bronzer and the Juvia's Place blush, but I think I had thought I had left them over here because I had just did the review on the foundation. But they make good blush and bronzers as well, so I forgot those compacts. My bad. I don't know if I didn't bring them because I felt like the price point was kind of high, because it's $18 for each one of those things, and all the other things I feel like I showed were less. But this is $18, so I could have brought the bronzer with me. Again, don't know what I was thinking, but the Juvia's Place bronzers and the Juvia's Place blushes in the 2 pack set are really good, and they're pretty affordable. They're under 20 bucks, so you're paying $10 per item, which is pretty good. Now let's finish it off with the highlighters. Now I remember to bring the Juvia's Place highlighter, so I guess I'll start off with this. This is the Tribe Highlighter Volume 1 by Juvia's. Volume 1 is the darkest one that they have, and I feel like this is a good alternative to the Charlotte Tilbury. What is it? The Glow, what is it called? The Glow Guide Architect thing that she has going on. I feel like this is a good alternative for that as far as the color of it. Now, not necessarily formula. I feel like the formula of this is actually smoother and goes on more pigmented than the ones from the Charlotte Tilbury collection. And this is only $7.50 on Ulta's clearance rack last time I checked. Don't quote me, it might not be up there anymore now, but I feel like I put this in a video before I told y'all about it, so I can go ahead and take this back home. But yeah, the formula on their highlighters is really nice. They're very pigmented, they're very glowy, they blend into the skin very nicely, and I feel like people don't talk about them that much, but I think it's because, you know, like, I don't feel like they hype those up the way they hype with their eyeshadow palettes and certain other things from their brand. So it's like, if you're not hyping it up and other people don't know about it because it came out a while ago with the Tribe collection, obviously, because it's called the Tribe highlighter, so you got to think how long ago the Tribe palette came out and how they canceled it and everything else, so, or discontinued it, if you will. So like, a lot of people might not know that that highlighter exists, and that highlighter is really nice, and the formula of the highlighter is really nice, but nobody knows it exists. So I wanted to make sure I put it in here to let you all know it's a really nice highlighter formula. And of course, y'all know I had to bring the LYS highlighter in here. They gave me a rose gold highlighter that works for my skin tone, because I know Maybelline came out with a rose gold highlighter, but I feel like it was too icy and ashy for some of my skin tone. It was rose gold for someone else. So as far as I'm concerned, when you make rose gold highlighters like that, you might as well just call it, like, you know, a pink highlighter. Don't call it rose gold, because I don't feel like it's rose gold. Anyway, this is the shade Genuine. And as you can see, I made a nice dip in it as well. I love a rose gold highlighter moment. So when they came out with rose gold shade, it was speaking to my soul. I was like, yes, please give it to me, rose gold highlighter. I need it. So I bought it. I've been using it on and off for quite a while. I really like it. I like to mix it with the Dior highlighter because I feel like that one's kind of ashy. But when I mix this one in, I find like it looks better on my skin. And since I paid $50 for that Dior highlighter, it's going to get used. So I combine it with other highlighters that I feel like work better for my skin tone. But I really like this just on its own. Like, I would wear this on its own and be just fine. But I just mix it with that one because I spent the coins and I'm going to use it. Okay? But check out their highlighters. They're really nice. They have one that's similar to this shade from Juvia's Place, if I remember correctly, and a couple of other shades. So the last highlighter I have to talk about from the drugstore before we get into all these lip products, girl, it's literally a bag of lip products on the floor. That's just ridiculous. But I have, of course, the Maybelline Master Chrome by Face Studio, a metallic highlighter. This is the shade Golden Topaz, sorry, Molten Topaz. They don't make this one anymore. They have Molten Gold still. I'm pretty sure they have the one that they did collab with Nikki Tutorials. And then I'm trying to, I don't know what other shades they still have. Those are only two I can think of that I can remember. But Molten Topaz was my favorite, alongside of, it was one other one that they had. The one that they did the collab with Puma on, that was similar to that Marc Jacobs highlighter. I forgot the name of it, but that was an amazing shade too. They need to bring that bag out permanently instead of doing a limited edition like they did, because I love highlighter shades like that have like the peachiest gold flecks to them. But I really like this topaz one as well. Unfortunately, like I said, I don't think you can get this anymore. I know you can't pick it up at drugstores. I don't know if they still have it on their website and they just pulled it out of the drugstores because it wasn't selling as well as other products or what happened, but this is the one I like the best. Y'all know I'm not really big on gold highlighters, so it's like I didn't care about the molten gold one the way everyone else did. I know some people have panned the molten gold highlighter just because they were so excited about it, and I will say the formula is really nice for the drugstore. It's just I wasn't crazy about that shade. This is the shade I prefer, and as you can see, it has barely been used. But you have to think, when I own all these expensive other highlighters and things, I'm going to use those because that's where the money went. So that's what I'm going to use. But this is a great product. It's just as good as high-end highlighters. I just don't reach for it that much because I review so much makeup and have so much stuff, and I always have to try new things. But we've had this discussion before. But since you said you wanted to see what my favorite things were when it came to affordable and drugstore, that's what we here for. So last but certainly not least, let's get into all these lip products. So I figure I'll start off with the liquid lipstick sample. Since I only have a couple of those, then we'll get into the actual lipsticks, and then we will end on the lip glosses, because y'all know I got some glosses because I live for a gloss. So I got these 3 lip products. So I have the L'Oreal Infallible Pro Matte Liquid Lipsticks. I have the shade Nude is here, but I also like the shade Cookies, and I think it's called Cookies and Cream or Cookies and Milk. This is what it looks like. The formula on these is really nice and amazing. I'm not necessarily crazy about the packaging. I think it's interesting, but the lip product in here is amazing. If you want a liquid lipstick from the drugstore that's pretty affordable, I would say go ahead and get this one. And since CVS gives you coupon for L'Oreal makeup and things like that a lot of time, and cosmetic coupons, I definitely say take advantage of it. Like, I think I got $4 back when I bought something from the drugstore from CVS. Matter of fact, it was something from L'Oreal. I'm trying to remember what I had bought. I honestly don't remember. And I just bought it. How sad is that? But when you have to consume as much makeup as I do, I don't remember. The point is, the formula is really nice and comfortable. I'm trying to think of something that's similar to. It's got more of a moussey texture from what I remember. I don't 100% remember what brand I can compare it to though. I want to say it's more on the side of Alien Cosmetics and Lethal Cosmetics from what I remember. But like I said, since I don't use my drugstore stuff that often, I'm not 100%. And I don't want you to quote me on that because, you know, it's been a while ago. Next, I have the Milani Satin Mattes. Now, I don't know if they make the Satin Matte liquid lipstick anymore, but this is amazing. The original matte formula was really dry and cracky on your lips and took all the moisture out of them. But this one seems to be a nice satin matte, comfortable feel on the lips. I want to say it's really similar to the Huda Beauty lipsticks, but it's not that liquidy of a formula. I do feel like it goes on really smooth and nice, and like that formula does. But again, don't quote me because y'all know I haven't used these things in forever, and this is literally the only one I own. I think I bought this at Walmart a long time ago when I was still reviewing Milani. I feel like they haven't come up with a lot of stuff I like for quite a while, so that's why you haven't seen them on my channel that often. I did recently try their blurring powder though, so that's something I have reviewed from them, but otherwise I haven't really talked about this brand too much besides that and the contour one. The contour one was last year, the powder was this year, and before then I can't tell you the last time I reviewed Milani. But it's not they don't have good products, it's just I feel like they don't, a lot of times I feel like they don't cater to people with my skin tone as they should, which makes me kind of disinterested, to be perfectly honest. So I'll stick to them for certain things, but otherwise I don't just look at them as a whole, as a brand, at the drugstore that I look at. But this is nice, so I figured I would shout it out. And of course, y'all know some Maybelline is going to be in here. So I have this Maybelline Vivid Hot Lacquer. I'm assuming this will be like their liquid lipstick hybrid, like glossy lip situation. I have this, what shade is this? I have the shade Unreal. I think it's a really nice nude color, and I like the formula on it, and it's quite nice pigmented. I think of it as a pigmented lip gloss, even though it doesn't say it. Okay, so I haven't tried, I think I had a purple shade in this too that I really like to put on top of purple lipsticks, or just to give me like a glossy lip effect when I was into a weird color, which lately has been rarer and rarer. I used to do like more fun, colorful lips when I was like in my 20s, but you know, we're in our 30s and we're just trying to do the boring lips, especially since I always do exciting eyes. I feel like that makes up for me not doing exciting lips. So there's that. Now let's get into these lipsticks, girl. I don't have too many to talk about. I only have 3 brands of bullet lipsticks to talk about from the drugstore. I know there are some more that people like there's that Revlon lip shiny lipstick that's supposed to be a good dupe for the Pat McGrath shiny lipsticks. I don't remember the name of it, and I'm too lazy to get up and go in the bathroom and get it. Sorry. But I'll try to remember to link the name of it down below. I saw Colorful Camille had, and she was talking about how it was a good alternative for the Pat McGrath, and I was like, oh, wait. But I think I did a comparison of it, or a battle of it, or something like that. So you can check the battle of the playlist if you're truly interested in it and want to find out what the product is. I just forgot to throw it in this bag, and you think I wouldn't have, because I went in the bathroom and pulled some of these things out of the bathroom just for this video and still forgot to grab that. So, but I don't really like lip products like that too often because they're not pigmented enough for my personal liking, so I guess that's why I like slipped my mind to grab that. Anyway, back to what we're going to show now. So I have these two lipsticks from Maybelline. I have the one Auntie Jackie put us on to. It's called Raw Chocolate, and then I have Ruby for Me. So Raw Chocolate is basically like a perfect nude for brown girls my skin tone. This is what it looks like. I have used quite a bit of this lipstick, believe it or not. Like, look in there, you can barely see it from the angle of what I'm holding it. So I have really enjoyed this lipstick. What did I do with the top of this? I just had it in my hand, y'all. Ooh. But yeah, I really like the formula on this lipstick, and I really like the color of it. That's what really sold me, like the nice nude color lipstick from the drugstore. So if I was in a pinch and had an emergency and needed to grab a lipstick or something, it would be there. Now this Ruby for Me, I ended up grabbing on a whim. I had found it in the store. It's actually one of those more glossier lipsticks that have like the glossy shine to them. I really like this though because I don't have a red lipstick like this, so when I want a red lipstick like this that's glossy, I have this one to go to, and it's an affordable one because I rarely use like glossy lipsticks like that. I prefer to use a matte lipstick and then I'll put a gloss on top of it. It's just how I'm used to doing stuff. So there's that. Of course, y'all know I was gonna have the new e.l.f. lipsticks in here. Like, these are stunning. Now I'm not wearing one of these today. I think I'm wearing the About Face lipstick today, and I put a Mario lip gloss on top of it. But I have the shades, what is it? Hustle, No Doubt, and Dirty Talk. I showed y'all these in the new video of me trying new drugstore makeup, the first one, but here's what one of the shades look like. I'm pretty sure this is No Doubt. Yep, that was the shade No Doubt. I was right. It's the typical shades that I pick. If y'all haven't noticed, I have certain shades I use a lot, so that's just one of them. And then I have this Juvia's Place lipstick in the shade Lady. Y'all know I love the Juvia's Place lipsticks and lip glosses. Now, I don't think they're as affordable as the ones I just showed you, because the e.l.f. ones are 10 and the Maybellines are like $7.99 or something. And these I think are like 10. I think these are like $12. So they're on the higher end of the spectrum, but they're still a quality lipstick that I felt the need to talk about. Now, girl, let's get into all of these glosses. But let me go change the battery first, because it was blinking the last 3 minutes I was talking, and I'm like, I don't need to die and then not save all this, because then I'm going to be upset. So I'll be right back. And maybe I'll remember to grab the Revlon lipstick while I'm in the bath. Okay, y'all. So back at the battery. I looked for the lipstick. Did not see it anywhere. I might have taken it home and just didn't realize it, because I went through all my lipstick drawers in the bathroom, and there's like 6 or 7 of them in there, and it was nowhere to be found. So I don't know. Anyway, the next lip gloss I have to talk about is from Milani. This is the shade Soft Rose, and these are the Keep It Full Nourishing Lip Plumper lip glosses. I actually took one of these on vacation with me. I ended up losing, and I had to go buy another one because I liked it that much. The formula on this is really nice. It has a nice color. It's a nice pigmented gloss. If you all haven't realized by now, I like pigmented lip glosses. Like, so I'm not into really sheer glosses. Every once in a full moon, I'll do a sheer, like, glittery gloss, depending on how it looks. But since I put glosses on top of lipstick a lot of times, I prefer to have like a more pigmented one, unless it's, you know, a certain situation. But in general, I'm the girl who likes the pigmented glosses. I know a lot of YouTubers don't. I've heard a lot of girls say they don't. I do, so that's why I prefer that one. Plus the formula on it is really nice and, well, nourishing, like it says. I'll get another one-off one before I get into my, I'll do the last 2 one-off ones and then I'll get to my doubles. So yes, of course, y'all know I was going to have the Juvia's Place lip glosses in here. This is the shade Barely There. I love to put this on top of a lipstick, believe it or not, from Kylie Cosmetics that doesn't exist anymore. Or as far as I know, it doesn't exist anymore. I don't know if it got re-released, but the shade Barely There is gorgeous on top of like a pinky nude lipstick. I feel like it just gives that extra oomph to the lips, and it looks really nice. So I like these. I love the formula on these. Of course, it's another pigmented lip gloss that's, you know, I really like. I like the I like the Dose of Colors ones too. They're really pigmented and nice. If you want an alternative for those, I would say get these because I feel like they are similar. Not exact. Hear me closely. Not exact. They are similar. Ooh, y'all, stuff is just falling. The next gloss I have to talk about is the AF94 Give 'em Lip High Shine Lip Gloss. I got the shade Honey I'm Home. This gloss feels amazing on the lips. It's a nice like pinkyish, beigeish, peaches, I guess, type color. I don't remember if it does have a scent. No, it doesn't have a scent of any kind, but it's just a really nice lip gloss. It's nice formula on the lips. It feels comfortable. It's not one of those ones that's gonna like dry out or like the glossiness goes away after a while and it doesn't feel hydrating on the lips. I feel like it stays pretty hydrated and it's pretty nice on the lips, and it's her brand is sold at Walmart, so obviously it's gonna be more affordable than the original About Face brand. Sorry, y'all, brushes keep rolling up behind my buttons. Last two brands I have to talk about. I have a few shades I want to show and a few different glosses that they have, so that's why I'm just putting them at the end. So here are the NYX glosses. So I have the butter glosses, of course, and then I have this is milky gloss. So this is milky glosses in the milk cocoa shade. I got this one during the holiday set. I actually have two of these now because I had the one I have at home, and then I have this new one that I haven't opened yet, but you can see the color through the container. It's a little bit frosty, but it's more on the chocolatey side. So when you put on your nice like chocolate nude lipstick, you can put this on top, or you can just put on a lip liner and put this on top. The formula on this is extremely nice, but NYX is known for having nice formulas on their lip glosses, so I wasn't surprised at this. And I like the fact this one is bigger than the butter glosses because I feel like the butter glosses are smaller. This is the butter gloss in the shade Praline, but I think I have the shade Cinnamon Roll. I have the new one versus the old one because they changed the color on it and tried to tell us it was the same, but Coco Swatches gave us all the tea and swatched her old one against the new one, and you can clearly see the color was different. So not that that's necessarily an issue, but I just wanted to let it be known that she was right, because a lot of people are saying that the color wasn't the same when, like, a lot of people are saying the color wasn't the same, and I wanted to let them know, like, somebody has swatched and shown that they're not the same. But back to these. The formula on these are amazing. I feel like NYX is one of those drugstore brands that does an excellent job with lip products. They just came out with some fat lip oils or something. I'm actually thinking about trying them, and y'all know I don't even do lip oils, but just the fact that they came from NYX, and I feel like NYX does an excellent job when it comes to lots of lip products, I'm willing to try them just automatically like that. So that shows my love of NYX lip products. I feel like they have a lot of good stuff overall. I have to like pick and choose through what to get though, and since their prices keep going up on certain things, I'm kind of like but their lip products are really nice, and I feel like that's one thing that stays pretty consistent when it comes to the price. So that's another reason I want to put them in the lip category and recommend it, because other things with them I've noticed have creeped up over the years, but the lip products have been the same. So that's why I'm proud to recommend those. Okay, the last lip products I have to talk about, and I feel like y'all knew these was coming. All of us love the Fenty Gloss Bomb, but honey, if you don't have Fenty Gloss Bomb money, you better take yourself and get these lifter glosses from Maybelline. These are just some of the shades I decided to grab and show. So I wanted to bring one that wasn't shimmery, that was just a highly pigmented gloss. At least, again, I love a highly pigmented gloss, so I'm gonna be all for that. And I bought a couple of shimmery shades that I feel like Fenty doesn't have in her line, so it didn't seem like they were copying off, even though I feel like the formula's are the same on it, but I just wanted some colors that weren't necessarily with the Fenty ones, so you didn't automatically identify them with the Fenty ones. So this is the shade Reef, I think. No, this is the shade Amber. As you can see, it's just a nice pinky peachish like gloss shade. And then I have the shade, and they feel like cupcakes too, which helps like vanilla frosted cupcakes. It's amazing. It's shade Crystal. As you can see, it's just a nice bronzy shimmery shade. So I think they did a great job with this range, and I think they have nice formulas. They do have some shades that are similar to like the Gloss Bomb shades too, so if you're interested in that, I'm pretty sure I did a video on swatching and showing all those shades to get the 50 Gloss Bomb, and I did a whole video dedicated to. So if you're interested in that, again, you probably need to go to the Battle of the playlist, because all that information will be there. If there's anything I'm talking about as a dupe that's bad, I'll most likely put it in the video over there, or you can check the underrated versus overrated playlist where I show and compare things, and then y'all can tell me if you want dedicated videos and things like that. But yeah, so the last one I have to show is the shade Ruby. I really like this shade. It's like a reddish shimmery shade. I feel like this is perfect for the holidays. Like when you have a red lipstick on and you want some extra oomph with the red lipstick you put on. You might have put on a liquid matte lipstick and you want an extra oomph. I feel like this lip gloss is perfect. I think that shade was only supposed to be exclusive to CVS. I know CVS had a few exclusive shades that you couldn't buy at Walgreens or Walmart or anywhere else, and I'm pretty sure Ruby was one of those. I think that crystal shade might have been one too. Don't quote me, but I know they had 2 to 3 shades that were limited edition that you could only get at CVS. So just be mindful of that and check that out. I've been meaning to give y'all a CVS couponing video of makeup. It's just I don't really go to CVS that often, and y'all gotta think I don't really be having time to do a whole bunch of different things. Maybe in the summertime I'd have better luck doing it then, because it's like when I have Fridays off work, I can go and do it then because I don't have to take anybody to school. I don't have to pick anybody up from school. So maybe when the summertime comes, I'll give y'all some CVS videos about how I coupon for drugstore makeup. I've given y'all tips about it and told y'all about it in the past about how I do it. So like in the comment section or in the Michaela video, I told y'all, buy it off their website, wait till you get the 40% off coupon, use your CVS care card, and you can get her palette for like basically 50% off, because I think it ended up being like 20 bucks, and I think that's a steal considering it's a $42 palette. So yeah, that's all I have for you today. So technically I could have put the Michaela palettes in this drugstore affordable video, I guess, but I didn't plan on doing eyeshadows. If y'all want eyeshadows, you can comment down below and then we can do a part 3 on eyeshadows. But like, eyeshadows wasn't really in the plans for me. Y'all said affordable makeup, so I kind of tried to stick to just like base and stuff like that you use every day a lot, because some people don't even wear eyeshadow, and I didn't want to eyeshadow you to death because y'all know I'm always doing eyeshadow content. But those are all the things I had to talk about in part 2 of this video. If you want to see part 1, I'll try to remember to link it up above or in the description box down below. I make no promises, but I will try, okay? But I hope you all enjoyed this video. Remember, you all the diamonds. Make sure you entered the 1K giveaway. You need to be subscribed to this YouTube channel, and you need to be following me on Instagram and write down on the picture where you're supposed to do that at, and you can watch the announcement video that's on my channel too. And I'll catch you guys in the next one. Be blessed, girl. Bye.